all the banks are willing to give you money for perishable assets, such as cars, such as clothes, such as perfumes, and etc. And you walk up to the bank and you want 2 million bucks to buy a car, especially used. You can have a Lamborghini tomorrow, parked in front of you, which you must pay in 2 years with the interest and etc. For 2 million, we'll give you 2 million, give it back to us as 3 million. Walk up to the same bank tomorrow morning and say you want 2 million to invest in more fire. You will write compositions from here to Vereeniging and spend 6 years trying to get 300,000 reinvestment in a business that will create money. Then you look around and say, are these banks interested in business or they're interested in slave trade? Because when it comes to you empowering me with money, I want to start up a studio company. You won't receive a cent. I want to improve my brand. You won't receive a cent. But say you want a car. And you want a house. Oh, a house. Then it's 25 years. How much is the house? It's 2 million. At the end of 25 years, you've paid 6 million.
5 million, 6 million.
So we begin to think, as we become financially literate, that interest rates are not the best way in which we can run our economy, because those interests are not based on genuine assets and our creation of money on the right that meets those interests. I would suggest anyone who wants to move into assets and into property management, do not invest like directly from your money to this side. Create a business on the side. Then the profits of that business, allow them to service the loan within the bank. Because if you think you're going to be running it from your salary to your house directly, the day you lose your job, bazothathela umfazi mfethu, bakuthathela icar, bakuthathela indlu, ingane ziphume eHoughton ziyofunde eDavidton. It's a mess, because the system is based on as long as you are employed, here are the assets that you have. Immediately this umbilical cord is cut, you drop from the 14th floor to the ground. How do you run a life like that? So I would suggest that invest in assets. Cattle. A house is not an investment, by the way. It's a liability. It only becomes an asset when there are tenants inside.
Or it's a BNP or it's a lodge and it's making you money.
Or there's a business there, and they're beginning to pay you back. Then it becomes an asset.
But as much as it's a liability, it's a better liability than most liabilities.
But it's a liability which is only viable as long as you're employed.
Yeah.
And you can service the
loan, the monthly loan
for 25 years.
Payments. Hey.
Now nina loud mouth bosubu. Ufika ungena isikweledi sika 900,000. Uqabana no boss emsebenzini. Imoto wathi nanzo. Indlu wathi nanzo. Na kusa property nyana ukuthi uya investor kusona wathi ha mfethu you are in arrears. So you fall flat to the ground. The simpler way of starting life for me is homestead. 2 chickens, 3 chickens. 3 sheep, 4 sheep. 6 goats, 7 goats. 7 cows, 8 cows. As an investment. And manage the reproduction of these things. And then when they begin to get into the market every year and you are selling those, how much money are you having on the side? Then what do you do with this money now to begin to move into secondary investments? But if you take secondary investments with a primary salary, then you must become a loyalist to the system. And don't breathe. Don't talk. Put your tail between your legs, because your whole life depends on how you behave.